Alright everybody, so this is my part 2 of my unboxing video from Gear755. Yeah, he's hooked me up with some pretty cool stuff here. The first thing was this beer cozy, and I think this must be like the mountains, part of the Appalachian Mountains. I could be wrong on that, but it's got a cool bear on there. And the funny story about this is the last review I did, I can't remember what review it was, but I think it was my multi-tool review. I just had my beer sitting out like this. But anyways, in the note that he left for it, he was like, yeah, here's this beer cozy so that your beer doesn't get cold. So if you watch it part 1, I actually was like, oh hell yeah, I'm drinking a beer right now, and I like pop it in there. It's freaking awesome. But anyways, sit down that beer. I also got these really cool shirts, Riley's, Lake George, New York. That one's pretty cool. This one's probably my favorite. I really like this Americade motorcycle one. It's actually really badass. I really like that. And then this one, Lake George, New York, Happy Campers. I'm a pretty big camper, so I'll probably be out wearing that when I go fishing and whatnot. And then kind of a really cool Lake George, New York. This is just a book, like a bookmark, but it's kind of like, oh, it's really cool. I actually do a lot of reading, so I'll utilize that pretty well. And then these 3 really cool postcards, which is, I mean, probably most likely the area where Gear755 is from. So now in part 1 I mentioned that I was trying to watch like I saw parts of like a Vietnam movie with John Wayne in it on like cable or something. It's all actually AFN. It's like the Air Force Network or Armed Forces Network, but it's not on this. But I don't care, because I'm still gonna watch the heck out of all these movies, because it's kind of cool. This is like kind of his old. A lot of the stuff on here is kind of his older movies from back in his glory days. So I'm definitely gonna be looking into that. The movie I was talking about, I looked it up. It's called The Green Berets. But maybe I'll put that on a thumb drive or something once I download it, and I'll send it to you, Gear755. He sent me 3 pretty badass paracord bracelets. I actually really like how this one's, it's kind of a tactical gray and black finish. And I don't know, I always kind of like that look. It's kind of a, I don't know, like all my guns back home kind of look like that. It's just like gray and black, sometimes with a little bit of green. So this is perfect. I'm actually wearing one right now, so it's pretty badass. Thanks, my man. I really appreciate that. And then we got an American classic Zippo, made in the USA. That's what I like. If it's made in the USA, then it's good. So it's some good stuff. I don't know too many tricks. I just usually go like that. I actually quit smoking a couple months ago, but I'll still utilize this for when I go camping and whatnot. And then he hooked me up with some extra flint and wicks, which is really nice to have, because people that usually use a Zippo, they'll use it for a few months, and then the flick will go away, or the flint will wear out, or yeah, you know what I'm saying. Man, I can't remember shit today. Alright, but anyways, yeah, a lot of people will use it and then they'll just throw it in a drawer or something and they'll forget they had it. So it's always good to have your backup flint and your wicks. Now, this here is kind of funny. In the part 1, I was looking at it, I'm like, oh cool, what is this? But now I totally understand what it is, because in the box that I sent Gear755, I sent him some slant eye like Korean money with like this funny guy that he said that looks like Big Trouble, or no, Big Trouble in Little China. I thought that was pretty funny, and it was like pretty much the equivalent to a quarter and a dime. So he's paying me back for that. So you the man, dude. You know what? You know what's up. And then he sent me some playing cards. Might even just you know, have to leave them in the plastic for now. That way if I go camping or whatnot, they'll still be waterproof until I open them, until I need them for whatnot. And then, lastly but not leastly, I'll probably be pigging out on some of this delicious grub on my next, field exercise when I'm stuck in a foxhole, just sitting there like, oh man, I wish I had a cigarette or something. I'm like, all right, I'll just grab a Twizzler or something, and put it in my mouth and pretend like it's a cigarette, No, that probably won't happen. I'm done smoking hopefully for the rest of my life. But anyways, this just kind of was the part 2 of my Gear755 box that he sent me, and I really appreciate it, man. Like, thanks a bunch. YouTube's been really cool because I've met, pretty much I've met a few people, but this guy Gear755, he's been the coolest, and I hope like a lot of you guys like go out and check out his channel. So anyways, thanks again, man. And oh yeah, like I said before, I'll be sending this to you in the mail sooner than later, hopefully. But alright, my man, and then you should do a review, and then I'll do a review, and then we'll both see what we like about it and what we don't like about it. But I actually thought this would be cool because it could be for, anywhere that doesn't allow knives bigger than 2 inches, like California, or, when I was serving in Europe, a lot of places in Europe you couldn't have a blade that was more than 2 inches. So, I mean, and this is concealable. You can wear it around your neck, put it in your boot. I'm not advocating going into an airport with it, but, they're even trying to push some law now where knives that are under 2 inches or something like that can be brought on planes. So this would actually be kind of a nice little thing that you could always have on you wherever you go. But anyways, yeah, I'll send that to you in the mail, and thanks again.